Bam, bam, bam. Sarah! Nice of you to return, considering you left last stream to go see Himiko's newest video. It was very funny though, so I don't blame you for leaving. But I can see she actually has another video coming out at 8:30, so I expect you'll be leaving in 30 minutes time, right? That's what I expect anyway. Maybe I'm just being a bit rude. Damn it, so I'm going to lose you again in 30 minutes. It's okay. Her videos are very good. Where is my chat? Why is my chat not around? How do I add chat? That's okay, I'm not mad. We are only on this planet for such a finite amount of time. I don't expect people to stick around to indulge my ego. Alright, before I do anything, for some reason chat isn't on screen. How's your day been though, Sarah? How was your weekend? Filters. Let's put that up. Okay, so I need to add a... Where am I? Window, video, image, display capture. Is that right? I don't think I know how to add chat in YouTube stream. My software that I run for stream crashed over the weekend, so I had to uninstall it, re-download it again. And unfortunately, all I have is this main screen. I don't have anything else. I only just about got the mic in before coming live. Born, how's it going? You are slacking again. You're the second person to come in. But that's okay. How's it going? How was your weekend? So we went to Forbidden Planet on Saturday. You got the final volume of Starcrossed. That's good. Did we say 3 volumes? Is that 3 volumes total? Wait, you got it for $4.99. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's great. It means you didn't have to spend as much money. Alright, so I was going to edit, chat, so I take this and I add browser source, chat. So that's you guys, and like this. Circle, how's it going? Alright, so I've got you here, but this isn't really what I want. And now you're covering my face. Where is my notes? Let's try this now. Perfect. Alright, now I need to... What does this do? Does this make you thinner? Width 500? Perfect. Now you're all on screen. Oh, it's 4 volumes. £4.99 is really good though for any volume, to be fair. And the fact that you got a £12 volume for that kind of price is pretty good. Very good. Got some reading done, basic car stuff. Would you have to get like MOT? Your car checked over and stuff. You guys don't have to have insurance in America, do you, for your cars, right? Or am I just making that up? Lots going on over the UK. Yeah, loads of stuff about like prime ministers and all that rubbish. Goes all over my head. I don't really care, to be honest. I still get paid the same amount of money at my job. and the electricity just keeps going up, and mortgage rates keep going up. I don't know who's going to be in power in they've already announced the newest person who's in power, but I don't think they're going to give me any money anytime soon and make my living expenses any easier. But other than that, I lost at poker. I had a game of poker on Saturday with like 10 friends. It was like 4 hours, and I was out within the first 30 minutes, which kind of sucked. I could have won £200 or 270, which kind of sucks. Circle, you doing all good? I'm glad. Other than the poker thing, I'm doing okay. I read loads of One Piece over the weekend, so that was good. And catching up, I spend the weekends catching up on anime as well. I've been watching some of the new series. I need to catch up on Spy Family from season 1 because I dropped that a little while ago. Chainsaw Man's doing good. Enjoying that. My Hero's back up and running again. Anybody else watching anime? My cup of tea. How's it going? Dude, I don't think I added you on Discord yet because I've been super busy. Colazo. How's it going, my friend? Missed last stream. Saw Halloween's End. What's Halloween End? Halloween End. Oh, is this like the newest installment of the Halloween movies? Was it any good? I don't think I could watch that. I'm too much of a wussy, growing up on Disney all my life. What how big is the Forbidden Planet where you are? Is it pretty big? Because some of the ones I've been to are quite small. All right, let me get the chat wide again. Tall 700. That's too much. 650. And now you're too short. Let's do 670. That's good enough. Perfect. Now, annoyingly, I don't have a screen for my... I want to show off all the stuff I have on Twitter, but I don't have another scene. I'm so unprepared. No, it's rubbish. You're a wimp normally. Sounds like you and me would get on well then. I'm terrible at stuff like that. Question, do you plan on doing a collection video? Now, yes, I do plan on doing a collection video. I wanted to do one a little while ago, but I never got round to filming it. I'm planning to, over the weekend, I also tried to get a second bookshelf. What I was planning on doing was buying the bookshelf, taking everything off, and then doing like a manga collection. But over the weekend, I also watched maybe 3 or 4 manga collections. And last week I did the same. And they're so long, like 40 minutes. And some people have like 300 volumes. Sometimes they're an hour. And it's like nearly 1,000 volumes. So mine collection is, I think, 700 at the moment. So I'm looking at an hour. And I feel like people aren't going to be interested in a 1 hour video. But what I was planning on doing... web. What? There we go. Web. So let me quickly copy over. Copy. Let me see if I can do this. Paste reference. Okay, perfect. So now I... And chat isn't with me, so let me... not bring over the mic as well? No. Paste. There we go. Perfect. All right. So I've been answering all your questions. So let me just quickly go back up. All right. So that's perfect. So everything seems to be following over. Yeah, I mentioned earlier on that my OBS, which is the system that I use to stream, it crashed over the weekend. So I had to uninstall it and install it again, and it wiped out everything. So I had to set everything up again from scratch, which kind of sucks. So let me just quickly go back and answer questions again, because you guys are talking way too fast for me to keep on top of. So my cup of tea, I said the Birmingham MCM Expo, I cannot pre-order tickets for it. So can I still get tickets on the day, or is that a no-go? All of Saturday is completely booked out. Pre-orders, early access, everything is complete. I don't have access to it at all. And Circle, you said you're going to Forbidden Planet, to the MCM Expo in London. Are you going is it just the Saturday you're going to? Close to Forbidden Planet is Southampton or London. If you come to the London one, let me know. I'll meet you in London. Maybe. Dragon Ball Zoe, how's it going? I watched your reel over the weekend on Instagram. You read so much. How fast do you read? Are you a fast reader? How's your evening going? You haven't been on top of any anime this season. If you're going to be on top of anything, be on top of Chainsaw Man. Especially that you just finished Fire Punch. No audio, no audio. Okay, so the audio should be back now. You've got 128 volumes in your collection right now, including the Junji stuff. Did you include those, like the collections as well as one? Because I know he does he's got like loads of one-shots that he compiles into one book. I presume you keep those as one as well, right? Is that right? Yeah, Saturday. Good. You're not sure about that? That kind of sucks. All right, well, I'll let you know, because I've got like 12 days holiday still to take. So I can take 2 weeks off and 2 days between now and Christmas. So I might be able to get some time off, like the Friday and Saturday, the Friday and Monday before or during, in between even. You have the best, 14 volumes. That's crazy. And I thought I did well with 9. That's mental. But yeah, does anyone remember watching this when they were younger? My mum hated the Animaniacs. I don't know why she didn't like them, but she just didn't like them. They stuck in my head a lot. So what I was thinking, that I was going to do this, but with my manga collection. Have the backing track go on, and then just list out all of my collection, and get faster and faster and faster as it goes along. Because he starts off slow, and eventually goes really fast. I can't watch it too long because I think you get copyright striked if you play for too long. All right, so I can't do that anymore. Where are you? There we are. Do it. I'll try. The thing is, I have to get it's phonetic in a way. I have to get the beats right. So I'm going to have to write down a list of all of the manga that I have, which I have a spreadsheet anyway. But then I'm going to have to put it into rhythmic order so I can then kind of slot everything together. But yeah, it kind of sucks at the moment. Other than that, I do plan to do a manga collection, but I just want to make it a little bit more interesting and funny and enjoyable. There's a lot of collectors out there who show off their collections, and their videos are great, but I don't want to do something like that. I don't think I have the patience to sit there for an hour and go through everything that I have. But maybe one day. Speaking of Fire Punch, you're going to start today? Good. My cup of tea said he really enjoyed it. He just finished. Well, I say just. It was like a month ago, I think he said he finished. Am I still getting tickets for London? I don't have a ticket for London at the moment, and it's this weekend. I'm not too sure if I can make it, to be honest. My friends are going, but I don't know if I'll be able to get the time. Things are happening with like my family and everything. I'm not too sure if I can. If anything, I might go Sunday, but that will probably be it. Right, let me just change up this. If I need to crop. How do I crop? Scale, transform. There we go. And then crop left. If I do 500, 600, 800. My tiny little square. Perfect. Right, if I lock myself into place, I shouldn't move. Wonderful. Fire Punch, one of your favourite series of this year. There you go. We have one person in chat who read Fire Punch and said it's good. It'll be interesting to see how popular Chainsaw Man is, the anime anyway, and in turn, Fujimoto himself becoming so popular that people will go and collect the rest of his work, because Look Back just came out, and obviously we have Fire Punch at the moment, and you can already pre-order Goodbye Eerie, so it'll be interesting to see how much of an impact the anime has on the manga and Fujimoto himself. Sarah, you came in last week and said that you finished Gyo, right? That's two people who said they were quite disappointed with the ending. Let you know if you come down on Sunday, I might go. Okay, I should find out by Thursday if I'm going to go or not. If I go, two of my friends have kids, so it'll be quite a slow walk round. But yeah, I'll let you know by latest Thursday morning. I should know 100%. Fire Punch is bonkers. Ah, man, I wish I had infinite money and infinite time so I could spend a weekend reading 14 volumes like Zoe. Apart from manga, have I read any manhwa? I read some of, is it manhwa? Tower of God? I read some of that. There's a couple of BL series that I was asked to read. I can't remember the names off the top of my head. But to be honest, I don't read that much manhwa, especially this year. I think during COVID, I read maybe 3 or 4 different manhwa series. But yeah, just this year I haven't had time to do anything. But Bastard and Sweet Home. Sweet Home, isn't that the pervy one? Nope, I'm thinking of something else. Oh, I recognize this one. Sweet Home. I think someone may have recommended it to me because they enjoyed, during COVID, it finished. So I presume that they enjoyed it so much they just wanted me to read it. But I recognize the main character for that one. Sarah, how big is your to be read pile? Is it your whole collection? I'd be interested to know how much some people's reading rate is. I know Cake Tins, she's around like the 60 mark a lot of the time, maybe a little bit more. Considering that she buys a tremendous amount of manga every month, she actually reads quite a lot. But there's a lot of people that don't read as much as they buy. I don't know if anyone follows Prof Otaku, Professor Otaku. He reads a lot. He reads a lot. I think he does like a weekly reading log, and he reads anywhere from like 5 to like 15 volumes a week. Very impressive. You see, Aliens Area ended. Yeah, I was so disappointed. I had a feeling it was going to end along with what was the other one? The not so good one. The Super Smartphone, because both of them had like an evil organization that was, or a rivaled organization that they were going to meet up with. So I had a feeling that the fact that they were at the end of the magazine most weeks, that they were just going to be written off. But 20 chapters kind of sucks. I think initially it would have been more interesting because they had like a fair few fights, but it was maybe like by volume chapter 4 or 5, they stopped the whole fighting thing, and it was just conversations with aliens. And yeah, I can imagine a lot of people just weren't particularly interested in it. Maybe if they had more fighting. And we only saw the main guy's like Luffy stretch arm twice in chapter 1, and then in the final episode. I don't think we saw it any other time. You're cool with that? Cool. All right, Thursday morning I should be able to let you know if I'm going or not. You never really get through that many. Well, sometimes it's good to have a weekend where you don't have too much to do, because then you can have an excuse to read more manga. What am I wanting to pick up next? I actually picked up what I wanted recently. I saw your collection, and I saw Maid-Summer, and I've been wanting to collect it for such a long time, because I remember watching the anime years ago and I really enjoyed it. But I think volumes 1 and 2 have been out of stock for quite some time. I haven't been able to find them, but recently I picked them up. They're just over here, unpackaged. But other than that, I kind of don't want anything new. I picked up, maybe this year I asked so many viewers to give me recommendations, and I've picked up nearly 40 new series this year, and I'm not up to date on any of them. So yeah, I kind of just want to get up to date again with as many series as I can. Be very afraid of Konoko. What's that? Oh, I see this. I follow the Forbidden Planet Twitter account, and they mentioned that it was in stock, perfect for like Halloween season. This, right? What? It does look scary. Who is the mangaka? Kanako Inuki. What does she do? School Zone. I don't recognize any of her stuff. Yeah, I don't recognize any of her stuff. But then again, I collect a lot of manga, but there's so much out there. I can't know everything. Yeah, there's a lot here that I don't recognize. But yeah, is it any good? You got 5 more horror manga to finish before the end of the month. I've been following Bazaar, and he's been doing like Manga Freakathon. He has like a little bingo board and everything, and like I think it's every day you put a series that relates to a particular word, and all the words are like horror themed, like chainsaw, brains, zombies, that kind of thing. But I couldn't participate this year, but I would love to. Maybe next year I'll start purchasing some more like horror series. Do it in chunks. Yeah, cup of tea. I think you're the same as me. It's hard to balance life and manga all at the same time, especially after like a long work day and you just want to chill, make food, maybe catch up with friends. And before you know it, you're falling asleep 2 chapters into your new book. That's me nearly every night. Although I wake up super early and I tend to read from like 5 till like 7 for like 2 hours before I start work. Mr. Proper, how's it going? Yeah, I picked up Summer. I think if I can find, I think some of the later volumes are quite hard to find, but it seems like volume 3 to like, I think 10, nearly 10, maybe, no, not 10, it can't be 10. I think maybe 7 or 8. They're regularly in stock. So hopefully I can collect the rest of Summer before the end of the year. You're constantly saying you'll get up to date. Yeah, I think that's a dichotomy of being a manga collector, right? You either buy and don't read, or you just read and don't buy. You can never do both. You're not allowed. It's against the rules. Oh, one thing I was looking for over the weekend, I saw there was a volume of QQ Sweeper Volume 1, which was also being sold with Volume 2 and 3, but I got outbid and I didn't have the spare money for it, so I could have just spent, I think it went for like 50 or 60 in the end for all 3, which was around £20 per volume, which is a bit ridiculous, and considering I had 2 of the volumes already, I didn't want to invest that kind of money. Plus, with like the potential of me going to Comic-Con this weekend, I kind of didn't want to spend it. You don't know if her work's been published before. I guess maybe because it was coming to October, they decided to release something a little bit more on the horror side. Well, give it a read. Tune in next week, hopefully, and let us know if it's any good. Sarah, what are you still doing here? It's nearly past. You should be leaving. Right? Just like you did last week. This time, just leave without telling me, because I felt bad last time. Life with manga and a 4-year-old? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you do it. You're lingering, I might stay. Go, just go. It's fine. I don't mind. I'm just joking. DSI. All right. So I actually want to go through a couple of bits of anime and manga news that I found on Twitter over the weekend that I found, well, relatively interesting. Let me push you up. There we go. Now, let me actually quickly, let me see if I can group these together. Chat and you. Can I group? Group selected. Perfect. Me and chat. So now I should be able to. Yeah. We can move together. Perfect. Let me lock us in. Well, if you insist. Sarah, goodbye. I said just leave. Don't tell me bye. Has anyone watched Vinland Saga Season 1? Because they just dropped a Season 2 trailer, which is strange. Crunchyroll's trailer is different to the anime TV trailer. It's completely different. But it looks amazing. I'm going to be very surprised if people don't consider this one worse off than the first season, because the tensions for Season 1 were so high. And I feel like this has such a lull in the first half. I reckon probably the first few episodes will be quite boring for some people. Me personally, I loved every second of it, reading it anyway. But the first season was just a prologue of what the story of Thorfinn is going to be. This is going to be super interesting. I don't have the sound on because, again, I don't want to get some sort of like copyright claimed or anything. You're on chapter 110. I don't even know what chapter I'm on. Vinland Saga. I'm on volume 6, which is chapter 86. So I'm still far behind. If you're on 110, you're around volume 8. So you're not too far off. Yeah, I think the anime adaptation for it is really, really good. I personally think the manga is better, in my opinion. I want to try and keep. I tried to find volume 7 recently, but it's sold out. So I've just purchased volume 8 recently. So I kind of have to wait. I could read it online, I guess, but I don't really fancy reading it. But it looks great. I just want to catch up before the anime starts airing. I kind of want to continue reading the manga more than watching the anime. You're up to volume 8. All right, if I can get volume 7, I'll be caught up to date with you as well. Yeah, I think this is going to be good. Mappa did a great job with their adaptation for for season 1, and hopefully they just bring the same animation quality. Yeah, I don't know if Mappa is how big of a studio Mappa is, but yeah, they seem to have 1 or 2 anime at any given time. They're also because they only deal with like seasonal anime as well, because I presume they're currently working on Attack on Titan final season, or season 4 final part, or whatever they want to call it. So yeah, hopefully they're working on something. Hopefully they're working on that at the moment, but I can't imagine once Attack on Titan starts there'll be anything else that they're working that comes out at the same time. Let me see actually on my anime list. Mappa. They've got Kakegurui coming out, I think, shortly. Is that right? Anime seasons. Because they're doing Chainsaw Man now. They've got Winter 23. What's this? That's not Mappa. Then what have they got for... I don't think we've got a date, but I presume it's going to be January sometime. Lower budget than season 1? I don't think their budget really is a thing. I think I don't know how it works, but I presume it's how it's always been. They get paid like per frame, which is like tuppence. They don't get paid a lot. You think it'll be about 50 chapters? Yeah. If season 1 is anything to go by, I think they'll probably animate at least another 4 volumes, or should I say in Japanese terms probably closer to 8 volumes. So we would probably look to have probably up to volume 8 So that's kind of why I want to get up to date as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm super excited for this one. It just means I have to spend more money quicker. And I don't know if anyone has watched any Lupin movies. I've watched 2, I think, but they also just announced a teaser trailer for, this is Lupin Zero, and it doesn't look like it's the same Lupin that we know. I don't know if it's a younger Lupin or just somebody else called Lupin. But it'll be interesting to see. It's funny that whenever they make a Lupin movie, it just has that same art style, like that late 70s, early 80s Tezuka kind of looking style. But this is just a teaser. It doesn't show off anything, not much. But he looks like Lupin. He's got the same face. He just looks younger. Oh, it does say prequel. I didn't even read that. So I guess it's him when he's younger. Oh, volume 8 starts a new arc. In that case, Born, you're probably right. They don't tend to bleed into the next arc if they can help it. You're more of a Case Closed kind of guy. Are you watching Case Closed still? I'm surprised they still release those in English. It's probably like one of the only series that I hear people complain about. Why is it still being published by Viz? But people still eat it up. Oh, I got itchy back. But yeah, whether or not I'll watch this, I don't know. But I thought it was quite interesting. This is also quite interesting as well. We know that Blue Giant is getting an anime adaptation. They released a teaser trailer for this as well. And it looks, I guess it looks okay. It looks good. I kind of don't know what to say with this one. I've not read it. It'd be interesting. It's a movie, I think. So it'd be interesting to see how far they go through the series. If there'll just be like 1 movie, 2 movies, 3. Langston, how's it going? It's been such a long time. Where have you been? You have a few minutes to watch. Last time you came, you had like literally, you said one thing and then you left. You're clearly a busy person. But thanks for dropping by. Wait, the first season was by Studio Wit? Was it? Was it not by Mappa? Langston, you're right. Hey, where'd it go? Hello? There we go. Yeah, you're right. Right here, Studio Wit. They didn't. They stole all of Attack on Titan, all of Studio Wit's anime. Stole Attack on Titan. Stole this. Or in that case, ignore what I said previously. Yeah, Blue Giant's been on my list for quite some time. But 4 volumes, 5, I think 4 or 5 omnibuses, I think it is. I think we've said this before, that I feel like music manga, not that it's not great, but you lose a lot of the atmosphere and like the aesthetic because there is no sound. I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago with like PPP in Weekly Shonen Jump. I think it's great visually, it looks nice, but you can only convey so much with music. So I feel like this will be really good. What did I watch a little while ago? Saxophone Euphoria, whatever it was called. What was it called? Not Euphoria. I can't remember the name of the series. But it was a music anime, and it was great. I loved every second of it. But I feel like if I was to read it, I would a lot of the emotional parts would have been lost because it doesn't have any music. So Blue Giant will probably just enhance, because I've only heard good things about Blue Giant. I presume it will only enhance the story. You can't work from home anymore. It takes you an hour to get to work. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try and stream maybe more comfortable hours for you. What I have done actually, I have actually started uploading all the streams onto a different channel. I might link it sometime, but I mean, it's not nothing that I care about. I kind of just have it there just in case I want to take something from a stream later on. But and I know coming to a stream, watching a stream after it's finished isn't always as interesting because you can't really engage. That's the whole point of like creators going live, so you can actually talk with them. But yeah, maybe next time I'll promote it a little bit more, and you can, if you want to, you can just watch the next day. One last thing about Blue Giant is that it's a movie, so we probably won't get this for a long, long time. Oh, Hot Girl's here. Oh, I want a Hot Girl. Guys, click on this guy's profile. He'll give you Hot Girls. Or she'll give you Hot Girls. How do I hide user? There we go. And it should be done. Perfect. The annoying thing is it still shows up in the chat. Oh no, it doesn't. The chat's moved. Perfect. Good music manga make up for it by conveying the passion of the players and the reaction of the listeners. Yeah, I think it's a slightly different note, but I recently fell behind on Weekly Shonen Jump, and I just read 4 volumes of Akane Banashi, the Rakugo series, and that is very similar, where you don't, it's all storytelling, but although it's not quite the same as music, but the expressions from the listeners and the passion from the readers, the people giving out all this, doing all the stories, really draws you in. And that's why I mentioned like music's anime will just enhance the music series in total. You prefer live, but even offline would entertain you. Oh, all right. Well, I think I'm behind on a few live streams. I think I'm behind on like 4 or 5. So this week, I'll upload all the videos and I will put a link. And then if you want to, you can watch the backlog. And it's no trailer, but we also got confirmation of the next anime arc for Demon Slayer. I think December 10th, they're going to be giving up a teaser. So I really don't understand why anime series do this. They announced, I think last month, that season 3 for Demon Slayer was coming out. And now they've just announced that a teaser will be released on the 10th of December. And then probably, I don't know, February, March time, we'll get an actual trailer. It's just such a tease the whole time for like 6-7 months, the anticipation. But I guess, I don't know, I guess it creates a conversation. I've not read this series. I kind of don't want to pick it up just because I started with the anime, but I think this will probably be one of the series that will just finish the whole series. A lot of shonen series kind of just try and sell the manga as well as they can. They'll do one season, maybe a second, and then just expect you to catch up with the anime. But as this is already finished, and it was such a wide success globally back in, when did it come out? 2019, 2018? I think, yeah, 2018, I think it was. I think, yeah, they'll have to finish the whole thing. You'll be interested to see how many more arcs there are. Has anyone been watching or keeping up with Chainsaw Man? We're at 2 episodes so far. And it is officially Chainsaw Man Day tomorrow. But I've seen a few people mention that a couple of the anime scenes, now this isn't spoilers in particular, it's just one singular frame of one character feeding in another character. But if you wanted to go in blind, I am sorry, but this is just one frame. But a few people have mentioned that a lot of the iconic scenes from Chainsaw Man don't translate very well into anime form, and I feel this is probably one of them. If you look at I don't know why, but the manga itself just looks a lot more playful than what this, I think it was like a 2-second clip. I feel like it just I didn't laugh as much. I kind of cringed in a way because it wasn't what I was expecting, if that makes sense. I feel Denji as a character looks so much more homeless in the manga, and I feel sorry for him a lot more. But yeah, I don't really get that with the anime. He's a lot more clean, and his hair's not as scruffy. I don't know. This just felt kind of weird. I wasn't the biggest fan of this. I'm enjoying the anime, but I don't know. Just some of the scenes just don't translate well, in my opinion. Like a music anime you watched was Kids on a Slope? I've never heard it. Oh, I have seen this one. I say I've seen. I probably gave it an episode because I don't think I finished it. This came out, when did this come out? 2012, which was the year I stopped watching anime, around the October time. And I think I gave this maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Make Denji pretty anime boy. He does look more attractive than he does in his manga counterpart. They've got his mannerisms perfect. I think the way he talks, the way he slouches and everything. But just looking at him, he looks very clean. His hair it's scruffy, but I feel like the manga is so much more scruffy. You always heard that the anime is way better than the manga. Is that in general or in Chainsaw Man specifically? I think it really depends a lot of the time. Some series just enhance the atmosphere. Sometimes the voice act, it's not just the music, sometimes it's voice acting as well. But yeah, this is fine. Maybe just because I was so hyped going into Chainsaw Man. I think this is probably the first time in a while where I've read an anime, a manga, before I've watched the anime. And I was just so hyped for it. And although I am very much enjoying it, some of the scenes that I've enjoyed as a manga reader just, I don't know, don't hit. Oh, sorry, you meant Demon Slayer. I couldn't tell you because I haven't read it, but it definitely looks better. I've definitely read some of the more action-packed sequences, and yeah, the art style was definitely not as great as as UFO Table have made it out to be. Looking forward for them to adapt the big event. I feel like there's several big events. There's two. I think there's 2 main villains in this season that we're going to see, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then when they do the second core next year sometime, man, I reckon the last 5 episodes, 6 episodes maybe, will just be mental, absolutely crazy. And annoyingly, all the anime fans are going to come out and say, oh yeah, it's the best anime of the year, it's the best anime of all time. I think a lot of the time it will probably be because the animation. The anime is definitely more sanitized in a way. Yeah, sanitized is a good word. That's a good way to explain it. But yeah, like I said, not in terms of violence by the characters. I must admit though, I was a bit dubious about Makima's voice actor because she's very like, how do I describe? She's very like One-san Ara Ara. She's very like soft spoken. And in my head, when I was reading it, I don't know, she just sounded like a little bit more gruff. If you could give the anime shop, give it a shot. It's good. It's definitely not bad. I just think that the manga is a little bit more superior. Just by a little bit. And just quickly, a little bit of manga sales news. We had Dun Dun Dun. Has anyone read Dun Dun Dun? I've been planning to read this for like a few months now on the Shonen Jump app. But Volume 1 just came out in America. I don't think we have it just yet. Amazon UK. Dun Dun Dun. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, so it comes out for us in the UK in November. But I was surprised that it sold less than 10,000. In my head, I thought we would do a lot more because it's spoken about so highly. But yeah, clearly the hype isn't there just yet. I'm sure once more people start picking it up, maybe, who knows, it will get an anime adaptation because it's selling very well in Japan. But also, Komi Can't Communicate, it hasn't been selling great either. But in saying that, it's only, how long is this? It's 5 days. I think I remember seeing this Twitter channel, the Twitter account, they post just specifically the American sales. And I remember, I think it was volume 17 or 16. It was close to 20,000. So I don't know if people are starting to drop Komi Can't Communicate or what. Dun 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 Supremacy. What, you got your copy in the mail a couple of weeks back? Man, that sucks. I hate living in the UK. It sucks over here. We get volume 2 in February. You'll probably have volume 3 by February. You loved it. Is it supernatural? Because I've seen some of my favorite manga creators on YouTube have reviewed it, but I kind of just want to go in blind. So I don't watch the reviews of it or anything. Or if people pick up in their manga haul, I kind of just skip. You got it a week ago. Nexus says it's quite good. But that's not good. But then again, I guess it's just volume 1, isn't it? Oh, just quickly as well, speaking of Chainsaw Man, let me quickly see if I can... Bloop, bloop. How do I Windows capture? Curved monitor. I don't want... No, I want... display capture. Curved monitor. Or do I do this one? Why is it so dull? Right, let's do this and hide you. Let me get chat over here real quick. So this was very interesting. Let me get out of here. So we were speaking about Chainsaw Man a little while ago. There we go. This, last week, Chainsaw Man Volume 1 was out for... Last week we had its 6 days of... no, it wasn't 6 days. It was 7 days of... No, it was 6 days. 6 days of it being released. Chainsaw Man Volume 12, which is the new volume. And surprisingly, it had only sold, I think, just under 200,000. No, it sold another 90,000, so it's at closer to just over 300,000. But this is what I'm actually interested about. What I'm interested in is this. And now that anime has come out, that Chainsaw Man is back on the list at number 19. This is just volume 1. After the anime has aired, after 2 weeks, it sold 20,000 copies, which I think is pretty impressive. That's the kind of sales figures you get on a brand new series coming out from volume 1. So it's almost like it's being re-released again. Obviously, the hype around the anime is high enough that people want to go out and collect all the volumes. But even the other volumes are up here as well. Volume 2, 19, 17,000 for volume 3. This was the interesting thing, because this is what happens every single season. We saw this 2 seasons ago with Spy Family. The season before was My Dress Up Darling, and then obviously Jujutsu Kaisen and everything. Anime really does its job at selling and promoting the manga. You love the character design of Dun Dun Dun. I guess it's so close now. I might as well just wait until November to get volume 1. A lot of supernatural stuff. Cool. I'll definitely get it when it comes to November time. Yeah, volume 12 is already out. In saying that, I think Chainsaw Man came back when? December? No, December. July. And it had a couple of chapters that were like double spreads. I think its 4th or 5th chapter on its return was, rather than being the standard 19 pages, it was 40 pages. And its first chapter was also 40 pages. So the first volume is probably only going to have maybe 5 chapters, if that. But I mean, even volume 5, it goes all the way up to volume 5. I think the later chapters just aren't here. What's this one? This can't be right. Where's 50? I thought we went up to 50. Clearly not. But anyways, I thought that was interesting. I thought that was just notable, worth noting, that this is the first time that we've seen Chainsaw Man back on the Japanese sales figures since, well, probably 2 years ago when it finished. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, where's my other panel? There we are. Have you seen the My Hero box set, and would I get it? I would love to. My little brother was into My Hero, I think a couple of years ago, and I started buying him the volumes. And what I would do, I would buy them for myself, read them, and then give them to him for like his birthday or Christmas, or just like whenever I'd see him, because I only see him like 4 or 5 times a year. So it's a little bit cheeky, I guess, but I tried not to crease it too much. But recently he said that he's not really interested anymore. He's on volume, I think, 16, 17. So I was thinking of just buying them off of him, which kind of sucks because really I'm just buying the same manga that I already have again, which isn't great. But then I guess, you know, it was a birthday present for him. But yeah, I'm torn between getting the box set or just buying the singles. But like my cup of tea said, there was a little bit of, not necessarily, I don't know if you call it quality issues, but I think from what I understand from watching, who do I watch? I watched Chase Darksage and Manga Sloth. They said that the English print, strangely enough, is happening in Italy, and the print quality is the paper quality is slightly different. It's slightly thinner. So the overall volumes are around probably 3/4 thinner in comparison to the standard size if you was to get them. Let me see if I can find My Hero box set comparison. let me just see if I can find a YouTube video. This might be worth. Perfect. So get out of here. So I think I should be able to find. Does this work?
Slayer's box, which has 23 volumes versus 20, but you can see the box is substantially smaller. What people say about the print being
there we go.
borrow. And this
So from the front they look the same.
So the new
but hopefully he'll show the sideways comparison. I don't understand why they decided to get it printed in Italy. I don't know if they were having printing issues.
This is the old one. I think this is the third printing.
They're thinner because they're printed in Italy. I'm guessing the paper quality is a little different.
If you compare the two books, you can see that the box set one, it's a lot thinner. It's about the same size.
Show me the spines.
Put them face to face.
It's strange because hopefully the next box set that comes out will be the same. Because I know people get upset when they buy the box sets because you're buying so many volumes at once. And if they don't all line up, if they don't match, then you're going to have like 20 that are small and then 20 that are either even smaller or larger.
If you look at that compared to this. Sorry, I'm trying to make this with one hand, so it's...
Let me see that again. It shows the sideways comparison.
Box set one.
It doesn't look that much. I guess it is. What? That was loud. Volume 1 of Call of the Night is printed in Italy. Is the rest of it? Oh, your copy of Volume 1. That's strange. There's clearly, obviously, since I think COVID, there's probably been manufacturing issues. I don't know, paper quality issues. I don't know what it is. But every industry, not just manga, but video games as well, graphics cards, those kind of things. Everyone's having issues with resources. So I don't know, maybe they're just reaching out to different places to get things printed on time. Not like the difference with the 7 Seas and their Hong Kong reprints. Or the issues that they have with Jujutsu Kaisen, Tokyo Revengers. Because there was a big thing with that, wasn't there? With the quality of the first volume, the omnibus, was completely different to the second one. And there's also, when the first volume even came out, I think like the second wave that came out, they changed over to the poorer quality. Like the standard like Viz quality paper rather than the white paper. And some people don't like the white paper, which is strange because I think the white paper is cool. It's heavier, feels nicer on the fingertips. Strange. But yeah, me myself, I'm not too sure if I'll collect these. Not because I don't want to, but I am thinking of just collecting buying my little brother's collection off of him if he really doesn't want it. And then probably just continue buying the singles. And also I'm very lucky that my Forbidden Planet, my local comic book store, they have 3 for 2 on most Viz books. So it's not a big issue for me to collect My Hero on a budget. I can collect him pretty easily. the answer to the manga collecting space issue, just make the volumes thinner. You might be right. My bookcase, which is the standard Billy bookcase length, like the largest one that they have, fits standardly around 45 Viz Media manga books. You could probably fit maybe 46 as long as some of them are all the same size. I've got One Piece at the moment. Some of them have a couple more chapters in them, so they're a little bit thicker. Rather than being 10 chapters, they have 11 or 12. I reckon you could fit probably over 50 if they were the new Viz, the My Hero Academia ones. That'd be interesting. Just make everything thinner, or just make everything omnibus, because the omnibuses are so much thinner in comparison. They compress it so much. I don't know if anyone's seen the Death Note all-in-one edition, but I could hold it in my hand like this, all 12 volumes. It's crazy. You wouldn't mind as long as the other box sets are consistent? Yeah, I think that's all it is. But it's not. There's no guarantee, because you don't know what the issues will be. I don't know, in a year and a half when they release the next wave. I'm not too sure. How many volumes of My Hero are there? I think there's 36 at the moment. Or I might be lying. There are currently, 36 volumes at present. I think the manga is going to be ending sometime soon, so it wouldn't surprise me if it hits like 40. So we'll probably get another box set, probably like in 2 years' time or something. Check out some of your latest Shonen Jump volumes. Some of them will say Italy. You think? I'll look tonight. Me personally, I don't mind. As long as I have a physical copy of the manga, I guess I don't really mind. I just want the alignment. You know what Kodansha has? They have like the alignment issue. As long as that's not a problem. Some of the Tokyo Revengers volumes are from Hong Kong. You don't like the white paper? Yeah, Zoe, who was in here earlier, she mentioned she doesn't particularly like the white paper. It's way too thick, but it's so nice and so crisp. It's like reading it on a monitor or a tablet. Dye Dark and Colourless 7 Seas prints are the thinner white pages, but really well made. Yeah, I think they're great. I haven't got Colourless myself, but I have flicked through it. And I've got all of Dye Dark, which I think is cool. I think the quality of it is great. Twice the thickness. Damn you, Hong Kong. What, you've got the all-in-one edition recently? We saw it when we went manga shopping, didn't we? It was huge. It was so much smaller than I was expecting, but still massive. But a great space saver, like you said. Speedrun all-in-one. I think my Death Note volumes are the ones that have been read the most, so I would love to rebuy them. I don't think I will be able to, so I might maybe look into getting the all-in-one edition as well. It's not the whiteness, it's the thickness. Okay, I see. Like cardboard. Which is even worse, because when you open it as well, it sometimes leads to like creases and stiffness on the spine sometimes. What was the first manga I finished physical-wise? It was probably Death Note. 2007. 2008. It was only 12 volumes. I had the volume 13 as well. Yeah, I read it so much. And because I was young and new into anime and manga at the time, I thought it was the greatest series of all time. So I gave it to my mum. I gave it to, well, my ex girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time. I gave it to my friends. I gave it to everybody. And every time I got it back, I would then reread it. I think I've read Death Note 4 times, 5 times in my life. And I've watched it twice. I would love to watch it again. I can imagine there's many manga collectors at the moment who probably haven't finished anything. They're probably just collecting, and they're collecting currently ongoing series like One Piece and struggling to find all of Naruto. All in one Thamia Rome. What's that? Oh, I've seen this. Oh, this is Duffus. This is big. It's pretty huge. That is pretty big. I wonder who, like, tests the width and the girth of some of these. Because I look at something like the Berserk all-in-ones. Surely it's not ergonomically comfortable and viable to have a volume that big, that weighs that much. Because not everybody's going to be reading their manga on a table. Some people like to read, on the floor or on a sofa, in a chair, in bed. In which case, it's going to do a number on your arms. And unless you're going to the gym every day, or you've got massive hands, you got bookshelves this weekend. Oh, you bought Billy with Glass Door. Who came in? Someone came in, I think, last week or the week before, saying that they were contemplating getting glass on their bookshelves. That's great. I would love glass because it keeps all the dust out as well. And as long as you don't have like constant sun beaming down on the glass, which will just intensify like the heat and the rays going onto the paper, which will speed up the yellowing process, you'll probably be okay. It's a yen press all-in-one. I would love to see that physically, just so I can get my hands on it. See, Bourne says it's too big to read without a desk. I think volumes. How much is it? How much is it in USD and how much is it in British pounds? Yo, you can buy it right now on Amazon for £40, but it was discounted from 60. 60! That's crazy. How many volumes do you get in it though? It's 6 volumes. See, I thought Nana was big. Nana is... Not Nana, Paradise Kiss. Paradise Kiss is 6 volumes. You can't really see it, but it's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. Now, I've got quite big hands, but it's pretty dense. But this is paper, so it doesn't weigh too much. So it's quite easy. And it's like the flimsy, cheap paper. So it's quite easy to hold and read and open and not worry about the spine. But that looks hardback. You got it for 40. That's how much it is at the moment on Amazon. Yo, you can buy it in singles on Kindle. It looks like it also came out in hardback, but it's just not available in singles. You're thinking about the dust, that's why you got them. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm very fortunate. I get dust in the whole of my flat, but I never get dust on my manga. I don't know what it is. Every week, every Sunday when I go and wipe my desk, the kitchen, etc., when I come over here to the manga section, no dust, ever. I don't know what it is. Maybe my cat's cleaning for me. Am I enjoying Paradise Kiss? Yeah, I am. I think it's great. I've stopped reading pretty much everything at the moment because I'm reading One Piece. I'm trying to read 1 volume a day, and I'm currently on pace to finish volume 100 by the end of the year, December 31st. I'm literally like, I think I've got like 6 chapters left of Paradise Kiss, but I think it's great. It's a great shoujo. I want the main character to achieve her dream at the end. Because I've been like her. I've been young and dumb, making bad decisions in my life, trying to skip out school, etc. All right, there is one more thing I actually wanted to look at before I close off. It was that Van has a crossover with One Piece, and this is the first time I'm looking at them. I think they look pretty snazzy. I'm not a big fan of this one actually, the high tops, but I think this one with like the straw hat Jolly Rogers on them looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like devil fruit. The word devil fruit on the side, on the back even. But yeah, I think they look pretty cool. Out of all of them, I would probably just get these ones. But I am size 10, and Vans aren't particularly comfortable for me personally. I have flat feet. But I think it's great that we get more merch like this. And I don't know if... Oh, it is a jacket. Yeah, I think this is cool as well. I don't think I'd buy any of these. Actually, I'd probably get this. I would love a long sleeve. Yeah, these look cool. I want more brands to have like official anime merch that I can buy. I'm sick and tired of finding a jumper or a t-shirt that's like, not to discredit anyone on Etsy or any people who make their own stuff, but sometimes the quality isn't great. You need to sleep now, Langston. Thank you for stopping by. Maybe I'll be more productive with the uploading of the live streams. But enjoy your sleep, and maybe I'll see you next week. Do I think reading nothing but One Piece for so long will make me get tired of it? No. I started to feel a little bit of a lull around volume 28, which is in Skypiea, which is notoriously where a lot of people tend to drop off. But only because I think the pacing of it wasn't done very well. This is the first time that I've read the series since 2008, 2009. Obviously, I've watched the series quite a few times. This is the first time I've read it, and I feel like the pacing of it was quite slow. But also, I've got the anticipation of reading Water 7 and Ennis Lobby, which is the 2 arcs directly after Skypiea, which I'm super hyped for. But so far, I'm loving every second of. I'm at Ennis Lobby at the moment, and I'm loving every second of it. I just can't wait to wake up the next day and start reading more One Piece. But I fear that it might get to the point again where I might feel a little bit of a lull. I don't know when that time will come, but I fear it will come at some point. Feel like an old dude like you wouldn't pull it off. Hey, fashion knows no age. Unless you're wearing like a tight black dress with a skirt just below your butt line, then yeah, I think you could rock a long sleeve white t-shirt or jacket. And even the Vans, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. Maybe not. Actually, maybe not these ones. These are a bit flashy, aren't they, actually? And these ones too. But these ones are nice. I feel like these are classy. These are like beach footwear. You need Kubo to design merch? Yes, that would be amazing. Dripped out like Ichigo? That would be crazy. Or any of his outfits that he has on his like front color pages. Yeah. He needs to have his own clothing range. He would make so much money. And make so many people happy. Too many anime manga collabs make graphic tees. Need some variety? Yeah, we do. My confidence is inspiring. Well, like I said, maybe not these two. Definitely this one. I can imagine you wearing these with a little black dress. Yeah, I think this is cool. I've mentioned before, Uniqlo do it all the time. Also, I don't know if this is in the UK, but Crunchyroll have some Naruto Christmas sweaters or jumpers if you're in the UK. I think these are amazing. This is the Ichiraku Ramen Shop hoodie. It's got jumper, and it says ramen at the top here, and then this is Ichiraku, the kanji for Ichiraku, obviously. This is pretty cool. Obviously, the little snow droplets and everything. This one kind of is okay, I guess. I don't understand dark looking Christmas jumpers. I feel like Christmas you need to have like light, bright and bubbly stuff. But it's still okay. And the same with this one as well. The Katsuki jumper looks okay. Not to say that they're bad. I personally just wouldn't wear them. But I think this one is pretty cool as well. But I think my favorite one is for sure this one. I would wear this all day, every day. I think this is the one you'd probably wear. You could wear it because there's not, although you got like the white dots which represent snowflakes, you could probably wear this all year round. And normally where you would have snowflakes here, these are just shurikens instead. So you could really technically just wear these all year round. I guess this is probably the only Christmassy looking one because it has like Christmas trees and like little snowflakes, I guess. There's some awesome Converse shoes they did in Japan. Yeah, I can imagine Japan is the birthright of anime and manga merch. They have every and anything you can think of there. JoJo's suits and, you know, Gundam shoes and yeah, they have everything. Yeah, Rocky from JoJo's. Yeah, he had a few JoJo suits that you could buy, which is super expensive. Yeah, these look hype. I would definitely wear these. Definitely this one. If I can, I'd try and pick up this. Every year I say I'm going to get a new Christmas jumper, but I never find a good one. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to pick this one up. Right. I didn't realize how much fun I was having. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 26 minutes. You guys really do make time fly. In my head, I said to myself I was going to go live, talk about some of the stuff I found on Twitter this week that I thought was interesting, and then show off what I read this week and then do a manga unboxing. But time's flown away with me, you know. So maybe I'll do a manga unboxing next week. I do have a few more packages coming, so I'll probably do a bigger unboxing next week. You do the same Christmas jump? Yeah, I've had the same Christmas jump, I think, for like 6 years now. I need to get a new one. And the thing is, because I only wear the jumper for like maybe 2-3 times in the Christmas period, it's still almost brand new. But yes, it is the end of the stream. Like I said, there were some extra bits that I wanted to show off, but there's always next week. I normally post a video on Monday, but I've decided I'm going to start uploading like Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Fridays now. Sarah, you came back. You came back. Now you can leave again because I'm ending. But thanks for coming back. Was it a good video? I'll probably watch that tomorrow morning. Geeky! Let me guess. You just come from Himiko's video as well, right? Yeah? You can leave as well. With everybody else. Born, thanks for chilling. Kem, my guy. Circle. There's so many people here today. It's funny, some days you guys are in full force, and sometimes you're never here. But regardless, I appreciate every single one of you, except from Geeky and Sarah, because you left, or Geeky didn't leave. But Sarah left, now you come back. So no love for you guys. Why don't you want me here? You guys are cool. You guys are great. Yeah, I'm going to go off and end. And next week, I'll definitely have a big manga haul to show off. And yeah, enjoy Chainsaw Man Day tomorrow if you're watching. Obviously, you don't have to. But I think you should be watching Chainsaw Man. I think it's great. But I'm out. I need to read volume 39 of One Piece. And probably read some more Paradise Kiss if I can before the end of the year. Alright, weebs. I'm out. Thanks for chilling, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye. Bye, Sarah. Please come again next week. I'll be very upset if you don't show your face. Won't be late next time. It's okay, Geeky. If you come, you come. If you don't come,